we're going to make a pastel rave chest harness with pony beads. You're going to need scissors and stretchy fabric cord. This is important. Do not use nylon cord. I learned my lesson from that. It just falls apart on you. See, nice and stretchy. So now you're going to take one really long string and you're going to fold it in half. It depends on your measurements and what you're going for. Right now we're working on the upper bust part because you're going to do a lower bust chain, an upper bust chain, a side chain, the chain that goes around your neck and the chain that goes around your back. So once you have it folded in half, you're going to put your holder bead. That's what I call them. One bead and let it fall to the bottom on one side of the string. Then you're going to put 3 beads on each side of the string of the same color. You'll see in a second. This is super, super, super simple. Like once you figure it out, like you figure out the process, it's very, very easy to do. It can be tedious because it takes a while to like bead all of your chains, but it's worth it because it turns out so cute. So you're putting 3 beads on each side. And I'm holding it so I can show you, but when you're doing it, you can just let it drop. Just like that. Kind of like you're making a necklace so far, but you'll see the change because then you're going to put your 2 strings together. And the first bead color that you started with, the holder bead, you're going to slide it through both. And then you're going to let it drop. And that's what's going to hold them in place. It looks funky right now, but as you continue the chain, it looks better and better. So then I'm going to show you again. You put 3 beads. You separate the 2 strings. Put 3 beads of the same color on each side, just like that. You let it fall down. You put the 2 strings together. You put your holder bead on. And you push it down. Voila. Then you separate it, and you just keep doing this process over and over again. You can do whatever colors you want, whatever patterns you want. This one is like a pastel lollipop chest harness that I'm making. I have it available on my shop, but this is the pattern I got going. So if you're still confused on how to do this, just go ahead and rewind it and watch it, or comment below any questions that you might have and I can answer them. So once you have your cords, your top bust area, you can start making the rest. When you make the rest, I usually go by US top sizes. So like size large, size medium. That's what I use as my template for measurements if I don't have my measurements or who I'm making them for measurements. So you're going to make the side part of it, the bottom bust part, and you're going to make the part that goes up around the neck. I connect chunky plastic lobster clasps to mine, but you can use ties, you can use whatever you have, whatever you want. You can do the rings after if you like, but I like to do them as I make them. So I usually put the middle ring on first because that gets the base part. So it's just a normal key ring. You just open it up a little bit and you slide it through each loop. I usually have the holder bead that I started with all in the middle because I think it looks nicer that way. But you can have, it doesn't matter what end. And it doesn't really matter what bead as long as it's at the end. It will still hold in place and move around just fine. So you slide them all on and connect them just like that. And then you do that for all the key points of where you need to connect them. And then voila, the base is done. When this part's done, you can wear it as is. But if you want to add pendants and chains and ribbon, follow for my next video because I'm going to make another video on how to do that. This is one I made for myself when you add chains and pendants as just an example. Thank you for watching.